Hi guys, so the first project that we're getting started with is the bedside table, because until the new bedside table is made, I can't try and upcycle that stool because that is my current bedside table. So getting straight in with that. The one thing that I am very annoyed about is that I seemingly didn't film the bit where I actually made the box. Or maybe I did and my phone ran out of charge, who knows. But either way, it's nowhere to be found. So what I'm gonna have to say is I constructed a box, sort of literally it's just two big pieces on the top, two smaller ones on the side. The measurements, I don't know, maybe they seem quite small, but I took them off what the current bedside table situation is, and figured that I didn't really need to make it any bigger if I'm now going to have two shelves effectively. Yeah. The only other thing, so yeah, I made that, and the table legs came from some wood that we found in the workshop, and were made by my granddad. So that's really cute. He's got a sort of wood turny thing, so you give him a square piece of wood. It's called a lathe, and it just spins it around really quickly, and then if you sort of take a sort of chisely thing to it, obviously because it's spinning around loads, you can make it into a circle. So he did that, so that's really nice. Yeah, so we're going to pick up from the box has been made, and I have the legs, and the first thing to do was to try and stain them, which was quite scary, because I really wanted them to be a similar colour to my desk, because I don't have, my desk is a much darker piece of furniture than the other furniture in my room, and I wanted to try and pick up on that on the bedside table. Call me an interior design queen. But yeah, let's get into it. So the final colour that I'm aiming for is sort of like this one, and the process is a 3-step process. I'm going Canadian cedar, Peruvian mahogany, which is what you've got on to get this sort of like reddish colour, and then the final stage is, I think it's called American walnut. Yeah, American walnut. So what I do is take a little bit of that on my spill tip, and then, tell me that is not so satisfying to see it taking it like that. And it's sort of like a massaging it in process more than anything else, to be honest with you. But yeah, I love it. So my bedside table is now fully stained, and it's time to go in with the Danish oil. The Danish oil is sort of like a varnish. It's effectively a finishing product to act as a protective layer to the raw wood, so that when I inevitably spill stuff on it, the actual wood itself won't get damaged. To apply it, I am just pouring a bit into a jam jar, taking a paintbrush and just going on, but trying to get a really thin layer because I don't want it dripping anywhere, because those drips will be visible when the finish hardens. And on that note of the finish hardening, I have to wait 6 hours in between coats, which just seems ridiculously excessive, but I guess if that's what it says on the tin, gotta follow the instructions. Yeah, so this is going to be quite a long process because I don't know if it will need 2 or 3 coats, and yeah, with 6 hours in between, and the fact that I never seem to be up early enough in the morning or have the energy in the evening to do 2 coats in a day, means that this will probably take quite a while. When I was doing the first coat of Danish oil, I realised that was kind of making life a bit difficult for myself because I had not constructed the table, which meant that I couldn't coat all the outer sides of the box because one of them would be sat on the newspaper, and the Danish oil basically took about 6 hours to dry, and maybe that was complicated by the fact that it had a stain on underneath it, don't know really, but obviously I couldn't have it sitting sticky on something like newspaper, which meant that I couldn't do all the sides at once. So I decided that the best thing to do would be to actually construct the table before carrying on with the Danish oil, because that way the box would be raised and I could just do the whole thing in one, which the only logical plan really. I got these angle fixings on eBay and they were, I think, about a £5, and they in theory had an 11-degree angle on them. However, this was really difficult to see, so we got out the spirit level to just work out which way it was even angled, and then once we'd done that, we needed to drill the fixings in place and just screw in the legs. So that's what I got on with. Hi guys, so the updates are the legs are now on, it's looking pretty beaut, and I'm deciding to try, and I definitely want to do another coat of Danish oil. Don't know if I want to do 2 more, we'll find out after this second one is dried. Concerns include that I thought it would be a good idea to do it outside because it's quite a warm day, but I did think this morning, can I smell rain? But then I thought, no, don't be stupid. But anyway, now there's a massive grey cloud, so maybe it is about to chuck it down. Other concerns include like bugs flying into it when it's wet, but I guess because it's not a varnish, it's an oil, maybe that doesn't matter so much. But yeah, I've made a decision and let's get on with it. Okay, so I am really pleased with how this DIY turned out. I think it looks very professional. It's the perfect size. It's a really similar colour to my desk. So overall, very happy with how that turned out. The angle on the legs, I mean, is it visible? No. Is it there in theory? Yeah. But, so that's a bit weird. But I'm not really too fussed because I just think that for my first DIY, the overall finish looks great. Hope you enjoyed, and let's see what happens next. All I can say is, not to be clickbaity, but the next DIY project has already not gone so smoothly, so exciting content to come, maybe.